Little Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. We're going to do a fun little craft today, a little sweet tea craft. You know I love my sweet tea, and it is getting so hot here. Excuse me. I am just loving my sweet tea. I actually have some sweet tea next to me. Go ahead and get yourself something nice to drink. I actually have peach tea. It's so good. It's actually crystal light, and it's my one of my favorite drinks. All right, so I have this little canning jar or a mason jar mug that says welcome sunshine from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take the toggles out of here, put those aside because we might use them later or we might not. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. And then we have some of the napkins. I have both of these, but we're going to be using the lemon napkins today from the Dollar Tree. And the first thing I want to do is take these 3D pieces off. There's a 3D lemon and the both up and down here, and I want to take those off. So the way I like to do it is to use my heat gun, but I kind of need a little help. So I'm going to put this in my vise real quick, just for a third hand. All right, and I'm just going to lay it down, and then hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use my spatula from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to give this little lemon slice here. I'm going to put my little spatula under it, and I'm going to give this lemon slice heat so that the glue behind it loosens up, and I can just pop it right off without damaging my surface. So we're just going to give this a little heat. Keep nudging it a little first. See how I need 3 hands? Because I need the heat, and I actually need both my hands. It's already coming up, so let me manipulate my little spatula. Can you see it moving? There we go. It is a free, almost. There we go. Put that down for a second. It did rip off the backing, but that's okay. Just take that right off of there. And now we're going to do the same thing up here with this little piece. I like to find a little starting spot like that. Put my spatula under it. And then I'm just going to keep prying it as I apply the heat. It really doesn't take long at all. Just have to be patient. Alright, and that one is also free, and that one is going to rip the paper as well. Alright, now we have these 2 pieces free. We're going to put those aside. I think we're going to use those. We may use those again later. And then we're just going to rip this paper off and that. Let me undo my vise here. Put that aside now. So now we have this side and this side. And what I want to do is paint this side here, the back. I already took off my little sticky tag that said, you know, how it says Greenbrier and all that. But I do think I wanted, I don't know if I want to cut the straw off or not. So I think we'll just leave that on there for right now. But I'm going to just paint this with my chalk paint, my white chalk paint from Waverly. And, oh my goodness, sore hands. Just going to put some on a brush and paint this up real quick. I hope everybody is doing well today. I know I am doing good. I am trying to get used to my new smile, so you might hear my words a little bit different. so blessed. I am such a blessed girl. I mean, my sister just came here and helped me paint my house. Who does that? And my sister does. She's so good to me. And I ended up being the first ones in my dental office new lab to get my new smile. And I'm so blessed. I just am so blessed. I wasn't supposed to get these until like actually September-ish, because they had to, you know, make them and send them out and get them back and fit them and send them out. And it ended up that I had no idea, but my dental office was making a lab of their own. My dentist didn't tell me because he didn't really need to tell me. But what I found out was it opened, and I was the first one. So that is so blessed. I'm just so blessed. So that's why they took pictures of me and stuff, because I was the first one, which is so funny. But they're very, very good to me at my dentist. I am very, very, very blessed. I am a very blessed girl. So I am counting all of my blessings and I'm sharing them with you. All right, now let's dry this up a little bit. There's a hair there on my... I need a baby wipe to wipe my hands. Can't stand it. And yeah, so they took pictures of me. So if you saw pictures of me, I think I meant to tell you that I was the first one in the dental lab. Yesterday, I was the first one that got my new smile out of that dental lab. So that was exciting. Let me put my phone here on Do Not Disturb. Okay. So I'm going to give this a little dry, real quick. Just a little dry so I can maybe paint it a little bit more. And I'm picking off just little bristles that came out of my chalk brush. A little chalk brush loses its bristles sometimes. I hate that, but it does it. Almost dry, and I'm going to give it another coat. I want it nice and white. Let's pour a little paint right onto our surface. It's coming. I need some new chalk paint. It's so thick. So thick. Alright, that should be enough to get the job done. Put a little more over here on the handle first, because the handle is gonna need to be nice and white. And I'm gonna get the edges here real quick while I'm here, inside and out. Zhuzh that up, and then we'll go to the top. And I'm just giving it a quick coat, you know, just a... We're going to put our lemon napkins on it, which will cover a lot of this surface. So, but I do want what will be shown to be nice and white. Should have done it lemony. I mean, I should have done it, take this, should have done it tea colored, shouldn't I? But that's okay. I want it white in the background because I want my words to stand out good. Alright, now I'm just getting the edges of my little mason jar cup here. I'm going to get the top edges as well. Okay, so So that'll do. Let's give it another quick dry and wash my hands. I have OCD about that. I don't like paint dried on my hands, especially dried. Like, I got that all dirty there. Alright, let's juice this up a little. Give it a little dry. Blow dry. People pay a lot of money to get a blow dry at the salon, you know. A blowout. Alright. So cute. Already it's a cute little mug. I do have, I guess we'll keep that little straw. I was going to say I do have some straws, you know, paper straws from the Dollar Tree, and I was thinking of kind of attaching a couple to the back of it and cutting that little piece off. So, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, now that it's dry, I'm going to take my lemon napkins and separate them from their 2-ply, or they might be a 3-ply. So I think they're probably a 2-ply. Excuse me. I don't know. It is, my new smile is causing me to produce a lot more saliva until I get used to it, and it's choking me sometimes. So, all right. So sorry about the coughing and choking. Okay, now let's just separate this into our 2-ply, which I like to do with my my sister-in-law taught me a trick to do this with a little bit of Mod Podge on your fingers, and that's a good little trick too, but sometimes I just can take my tweezers and get it started. Okay, so I'm gonna, it looks like it's only a 2-ply, so let's separate that right now. And we're only gonna be using 2 lemon wedges, so we only need 1 napkin for this whole project. All right, so you see how we get the whole lemon here? I'm just going to use 2 corners, just like this. Just like it comes, just a wedge. Okay, so I'm going to cut that. And you can see on the lemon that there's a lot of white on some of it and less white on the other part. I'm going to use the part that is less white. I want more lemon and less white. I'm just going to cut this right across, and I'm going to cut this wedge. So delicate to work with napkins. Oops, alright, and then I'm going to take this wedge because it has a little more orange, yellow than the white. Alright, so I'm going to put these 2 aside. They're probably going to blow away, so let me put them over here and put something on top of them. Like a rock. Okay, and now let's come back with our cup, and what I want to do is I want to put 1 lemon wedge coming out from like this corner, and I want 1 lemon wedge coming out from this corner. Do I want to use the whole? I think I want to use the whole canning jar. So I'm going to. I'm not going to, I know this is the top of the canning. Maybe not. Maybe we should leave it like that. But I wasn't going to put anything. I'm going to put my lemon coming all the way up, okay? So I am going to use a Jot glue stick to achieve that, because it's just so delicate. The napkin is just so delicate. Let me see. I'm going to put my lemons on with a glue stick rather than, oh, that's a bad glue stick. Let me get another glue stick. This one might not be a jot. Ooh, I have my overhead fan on and my air conditioner, and it is blowing my napkin. I'm going to try to apply my stick right to my napkin a little bit too, because I really want my edges, turn this up a little, I really want my edges on this surface to be stuck on really well. Alright, so here goes our first layer. I'm going to just stick it on, and once we stick it on, we really can't move it. So be very careful and just smooth it out. Lift it a little. And you are going to have wrinkles, but that's the fun of working with the napkin, I think. It gives it a real kind of vintage effect. Alright, we got that. Let me get the little scraper I use from the Dollar Tree. They have this in the kitchen section at my Dollar Tree. It was on an end cap all by itself with all of the baking stuff, but I think they recently moved all the baking. I'm gonna cough again. Excuse me. Have some sweet tea. But anyway, they are in the kitchen section, and we're gonna Mod Podge over this anyway. Alright, so let's do the same thing with this one. We're just gonna put on our glue stick right on the napkin, but you have to be very, very careful because it is very delicate. Even more delicate than tissue paper. Trying to get my edges good. Those are the most important. And then we will Mod Podge over it. I just folded that. Okay, so now we're going to put this going this way at the top. And we're going to sand off the parts that are left over. So again, we're just going to smooth that out. As best we can. And now I'm going to just go over this with a little bit of heat, because sometimes that gets the wrinkles out. So let's just put a little bit of heat and smooth at the same time. You don't want too much because it'll start your napkin on fire. Just smoothing it down. It does help release those wrinkles. I'm not sure why. It just does. Make sure that's nice and dry on our edges. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to sand off our edges. Once they're nice and dry, with a little sanding block, and that way it'll fit like a glove. And I'll show you how it just cuts that right to size. The best way to do this with scrapbooking paper or napkin is our straw. We'll work around our straw. So cute. So look at how that fits like a glove. Alright, now we have to do our bottom part here. Let me get that unstuck from my hands. Alright. Now, I'm going to gently get inside here. Patiently. Okay, and that's done. Get my little tweezers to get that little piece there. These tweezers are from wish.com, and I don't have a link to them, but they are the best little craft tweezers. They're actually advertised as eyelash tweezers. They must be for, see how this cuts it off like that? It's just amazing. These are advertised, I don't know how well you can see them, stuff on them, but they're advertised as eyelash tweezers, so they must be to put eyelashes on, you know, for, I don't know if, I mean, that's a profession, so I think that people probably buy these nice tweezers because they have to have a very, very fine point. All right, that's still a little wet down here, so it's not coming off as quickly as it would if it was dry. All right, so that's what we have so far. All right, now we're gonna put some Mod Podge over this. I feel like I really want this to stick down right here a little bit better. Just put a little bit of glue. And here's my cover. Alright, so let's just put a little bit of Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a matte. I don't really want it shiny. Let me shake it up a little. And I'm going to get a big brush. This is just a, whoopsie, this is just a big chip brush from, I think they come in a 2-pack at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to pour, squeeze my Mod Podge right over it. So I want a good amount. I don't want it flooded, but I don't want to be picking up my napkin, so I want it to flow. So we're just doing this to seal it in. So let's do our edges first, which are going 2 different ways, so it's kind of hard to do. All right, so now we can just go up and down carefully, making sure that the whole surface is covered. Very gently. You can even do the handle so that everything is covered consistently. Okay, and we're going to give this a dry, a quick dry, once I get the whole thing. Get some of the wrinkles out again. My gosh, I'm so sorry. You guys totally just missed me putting on the words because so I have a Note 10 or 12, I don't know, 15. I have a Note, we'll just say a Note 10 that I use for filming, and it has this lovely S Pen, and on the S Pen it's got a button where I can take pictures, you know, remotely, and this always works like a charm for me to turn on and off, and it is not working. I'm so sorry. So I have put the words on here very delicately with, I had it all on this press and seal. And I was trying to tell you while I put this on that the reason that I use press and seal with my Dollar Tree vinyl is because I find that the Dollar Tree vinyl works perfectly fine. It does not have as much adhesive, you know, stickiness to the back of it as other vinyls. So if I use a transfer tape, I can't get it off of I can't get it to stick to my surface without pulling it back up with my transfer tape. But I have found that if I use the press and seal, the Glad press and seal, that it's just sticky enough to grab my letters so that I can transfer it, but not so sticky that it pulls up a paint or Mod Podge or my napkin or anything off my surface that I've already put there, even though I sealed it. So that's why I like to use press and seal with Dollar Tree vinyl. Unfortunately, my button, I'm sorry, still a little in a brain fog, and I just did not notice that it was not filming. So, but we did get this on here, and it says, when life gives you lemons, put them in your sweet tea, and it just is adorable. Now, I do have a couple of straws that I would like to put behind here, and but I'm gonna save that for a later thing because I don't want my surface to be rocky or rickety. So now I'm going to put on these. Normally I don't like all the glitter that comes with these, but I'm okay with this little glitter. It's summery, it's sparkly, and so I'm just going to put these two little 3D pieces that came with it, little lemons. I think I'll put one down in this corner. They had both in the same corner, but I'm going to put one in the other corner. And all I'm going to do is just hot glue that right on, just like they had it. Just a little bit of hot glue. And I think I will put that up here, kind of where the straw is going to be. So put that right there. And don't forget, it looks like, okay, so I covered my hole over here with my napkin, which is going to be fine, because when we push our toggle, I don't know what I did with it, but when we push our little rope back through, I can pop that little napkin easy peasy, but I don't know what I did with my little rope, but that's okay. We can use another one. Whoops. Alright, so then I'm going to glue this lemon down in this bottom half down here. Again, just gluing it on in the same place they glued it, with just about as much glue too. Kind of fits down here in the corner. I like that. So cute. Alright, and then we have our straws. We don't need them quite that long, so let's flip this over. Look at what we got so far. How cute is that? This almost looks pink, but it's supposed to be a lemon, so we're just going to keep it a lemon. Alright, now we're going to see how they have the straw on the back. We're going to just follow that with our straws. So I want, or do I want them separate? Let me see. Sometimes it's kind of cute to have two separate. I think we'll do that. So I'm just going to turn it over, and I'm just going to glue one straw at a time. And I want that sticking up about that much. If any of my subscribers have any experience with a partial plate, I'd love to hear any tips or tricks to get used to it. It's very, very sore. I've already gone back for another, you know, anyway, anybody have, if you've had any experience with that, it'd be great to hear. Alright, so there's our one straw. Now, do I want this together like that? No, we want it separated. So I'm just going to cut my straw on a slant over here because I want this to kind of come out a little on the side. So I'm just going to put some glue where I want the straw to be. Like that. Put that up higher. Like that. So there's our two straws. Moved a little, so I'm sliding it back. Too cute. All right, now I have to either find my toggle or we'll just make a new one. So let's just make a new one. Let's see here. Okay, so this looks like it will be a good length. I am just going to put a little bead of glue on the end of my rope just to give it a little, oh geez, I don't know what the word is. I'm twisting it so that it won't fray, and I'm kind of making a little, you gotta burn your fingers when you do this. It's the only way you can do it. I'm trying to make a little needle so I can get it through my surface over here. So this side has a knot, so we're going to use that knot to our advantage, and we're going to push this through. Have to probably put a bigger hole. Use a tool here. Make that a little bit bigger. As soon as I get up, I'll find that little toggle. Alright, so now I'm going to just pull this all the way through and use the knot, because I love that effect. And then I got to come through this side now. So I'm going to poke through from the back. And I'm going to just feed this through. And then on this side, I'm going to make a knot. This just looks so refreshing, doesn't it? I'm going to do a little bit bigger knot on this side. There. Alright, I'm going to trim that too because we have a little bit of glue on it and we don't need that. Alright, so here we go. Let's feed that back through. And now we have two knots holding it up in the front, and that is our finished sweet tea. Isn't that cute? When life gives you lemons, put them in your sweet tea. I love extra lemon in my sweet tea. I think this came out so cute. Just a cute way to zhuzh up there. This was their version of it. And it is adorable also. But we had a lot of fun zhuzhing this up. And this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up if you like this craft. And sharing is caring. So go ahead and share this with your friends, family, and social media. I would so appreciate your help. And make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that button. It's free. And you'll want to be subscribed because we're at 230 subscribers. Yay! Thank you all for your help. And when we get to 250 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. But you have to be subscribed to be a winner. So make sure that you're subscribed and commenting and liking and sharing and doing all the things. And I'm paying attention to all that. So this is our craft for today. I hope you love it as much as I do. I think it came out really, really cute. And I think this will be adorable hanging in the doctor's office because, hey, we all need to be reminded, right? Because life throws us lemons all the time, let me tell you. I know. We all do. So, alright everybody, well, if my button works here, I am going to sign off, say goodbye, and ask you to be good and do good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now. Hey everybody, it's me. I just wanted to come on real quick and tell you that I misspelled lemons. I don't know if I just hit the M's twice when I was making it on the Cricut, but I didn't notice it, so I have fixed it. So I just wanted to let you know that I did in the video spell lemons wrong, but I have fixed it and it's all good. Have yourself a nice glass of sweet tea. Bye now.